I have the health nugget for you all. And today I wanted to talk about magnesium. So this is a protective macro mineral, and I wanted to talk about it because it's actually a beautiful macro mineral that can offer our bodies significant support. And it has been super helpful for me, and I would love to bring more awareness around it because of that. So next slide. The role of magnesium in the body, let's talk about that. So actually 50% of the population is deficient in magnesium. And that can be due to various things, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But this is actually pretty concerning because we need this macro mineral for different functions of our body, like the muscular system, the cardiovascular system, bones, and even the nervous system. And a lack of it in the body can cause various symptoms such as muscle spasms, fatigue, weakness, anxiety, abnormal heart rhythms, and reduced serotonin levels, which actually can cause depressive symptoms. But today I want to focus on one causative factor for the deficiency of magnesium in the body, and that is stress. So our magnesium levels can be depleted if our food sources are deficient, which leads us to be more prone to stress and anxiety if we're not getting enough magnesium. But actually experiencing stress as well depletes our levels even more. So it's kind of that cyclical effect, like if you're not getting enough through your food, it can cause you stress, but also stress can deplete you. So next slide. Stress and the use of magnesium. So exposure to stress actually elicits excitotoxicity and inflammation in the brain. So excitotoxicity is like when your nervous system is too excited, it actually becomes something that is harmful to your body, and it contributes to cell death and damage in stress-related neurological and neuropsychiatric illnesses. So research shows that stress literally decreases the amount of magnesium in the body. So let's talk about the nervous system a little bit, which is what I want to focus on today. Magnesium functions in a protective role against excessive excitation, so your nervous system doesn't go like totally out of control if you're stressed and whatnot. And it reduces the cascade of cell death that occurs under stress, anxiety, and depression. And it actually has a protective and reversal effect for depression, chronic fatigue, and anxiety, which I think is really helpful. And we actually need magnesium to produce energy in the body. If we don't have that precursor for creating the energy molecule, we won't be able to create that much energy. And we also can use magnesium to protect and coat the nervous system, which is what it's there for in the body. So next slide. Life can bring a lot of situations that can cause us to respond in a stressed way, or maybe even we've been through major losses and pain, and our bodies are in this cyclical stress or fight or flight mode because of the things that have happened to us and that depletion then occurring. So it's hard to recover when you're missing some major nutrients. And I love that magnesium can have that calming, restorative, and balancing effect on the body. And it's one way that we can actually support our systems and our bodies as we move through and past tough circumstances. So, next slide. One of my favorite forms of magnesium is magnesium glycinate. And I love this one because it's actually great for usage for post-trauma and general stress. And it can help reduce anxiety, depression, chronic fatigue, stress, and insomnia. And it's also attached to an essential amino acid, essential meaning that we don't get this amino acid from our food sources, we actually have to consume it. And it's pretty gentle on the stomach. Some forms of magnesium are not. They can cause a lot of GI disruption. But even for this one, it's best to take it at nighttime because it has that calming effect on you. It's also very balancing for the system. And if it happens to kind of upset your stomach a little bit, you really won't notice it at all if you take it at night because you'll be sleeping. And I just wanted to talk also about some food sources of magnesium. It's essential that we get our vitamins and minerals from our food sources. So these are some that contain magnesium: dark green leafy vegetables, nuts and seeds, beans and lentils, unrefined grains, and some fruits such as bananas and dried figs. But sometimes, because our foods are depleted in magnesium, or maybe we've been through a lot of stress, we'll need more of a therapeutic dose of magnesium. And For populations about 19 to 30, you would need about 310 milligrams for a female and 400 for a male. So these are common recommended therapeutic dosages for anxiety, stress, and depression, and getting those levels built up again. I will say we don't have a test that measures the levels of magnesium in your body. We usually determine a deficiency by your stress levels, the diet that you consume, and also any symptoms, and if you're taking any medications that could decrease your magnesium levels. So lastly, I will say it's not likely that you'll overdose on magnesium if you're healthy, but I always say consult your dietitian or physician before taking any therapeutic dosage of magnesium. And yeah, that is all I have for you, and I hope this actually piqued your interest in using magnesium to support your body, and also that having that knowing that God's beautiful minerals can actually bring healing and support to your system.